Hi all, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Mirfic Beauty. I run a beauty review blog focusing on high-end beauty for more maturing skin. So today I wanted to go through trends that are starting to emerge for 2025. So my question to you is, which trends do you want to see in 2025 and which ones do you want to see disappear in 2025? I'm going to go through today. I've done a bit of research on this and I'll cite the magazines and one of the beauty blogs or beauty YouTube channels that I've looked into at the research for and what I agree will be the trends for 2025. Then I'll do the video. We'll come back in at the end of 2025 and we'll review what did emerge as a trend for makeup and what never occurred. And the other thing is, I'm going to try and do timestamps below on this video. Hopefully I can. That way means you don't have to watch all of the video when I'm doing face and I go through my eyes and the face and everything. You can just skip to the parts you might be interested in. Without further ado, let's get on with it. If you're new to my channel, please, if you get to the end of the video, please smash a like, because that really will help me with the algorithm. If you really enjoyed the content, subscribing will just be the cherry on top of the icing on the cake, and sharing the video as well. That'll be a really big help for me. I want to grow my channel in 2025. I'm working on my backdrop, so that's going to be changing. Lighting, hopefully I can change that, and I'm going to buy a new camera because currently using my phone, it's it just isn't working out for me. I don't like the graininess of the content producers. I do have a camera, a fantastic camera, however it doesn't have a pull-out screen, so I can't see what I'm filming, and it's really difficult. I have filmed with it in the past, but it's good to be able to see what you're filming as well. And plus it used to cut out when it overheated, so I'd get halfway through a video and that would be the end of the video. And I didn't really know how to cut and paste videos together then. Now I do, so I've learnt a lot along the way. I want to get my subscriptions up to 1,000 this year. That's my target for 2025. If you please help me out if you can. And just I probably will talk as I go along this video about changes I've made in 2024 and at the end of 2023, because there was I had a debate with myself whether I was going to carry on with the YouTube channel or I was just going to let it go. I'll talk through that as I go through this video. Welcome, and let's begin. Part of my research was, sorry, I've got some notes here, looking at Harper Bazaar, Amanda Benko YouTube channel, so check her out, she's really good. Glamour magazine and Teen Vogue. Now, one of the trends which I've got on my eyes now, in fact two of the trends I've got on my eyes now, I've tried to combine them. One is a soft grunge makeup look, and the other is a one and done eyeshadow and with a lot of sparkle. So there's the Teen Vogue is doing one and done eyeshadow where there's plenty of sparkle. So I'll just go through what I used on my eyes. So with the soft grunge, the idea is a full-on grunge with really stark black eyes, but you've been to bed and slept in your makeup and the result is soft grunge. Now, I won't wear black eyeliner because it just does not suit my eyes at all, so I've gone as dark as I can. That doesn't look clown-like. I've used two of my eyeshadow sticks, which you would have seen, and they are Longwear eyeshadow and kohl eyeliner in, so I use Slate and Shimmer and Nightfall, which is matte, and they look like that. I've shown you these before, but I will just swatch. So there's the blue, which I put under my eye there and across, And then the other side is the very dark, almost grey, which I did across the eye there, and then I blended it up. And then to follow on from that, I did an old, so this is what I'm trying to say. Part of my video is about not having to buy any new eyeshadows or any new, the cat, I'm having all fun today because the cat's sitting on my windowsill and she's nearly fell off. So if you heard that noise, that was her. Anyway, so the idea is to use your own eyeshadows that you have in your collection. So I already had the soft grunge duo eyeshadows from Hannah Murray, which was part of the Bobbi Brown collection. I already own them, and that's going to become more of a thing. So this dark siren look is black, really strong smoky eye with black winged out eyeliner. The winged liner is coming into effect. I tried it today. I cannot for the life of me. And largely because I've got older eyes and they're quite crepey here, I can't effectively do a winged eyeliner. I just can't do it, which is a shame because I think it's a beautiful look. Well, that is coming back into fashion. One of these one and done eyeshadows I've got is called the Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Sparkle Shadow and Liner. So duo one. And it is, I don't think they do these anymore, but it's shimmering topaz. So I'll just show you that there. And I use this across the mobile lid and up into the crease. And there we go. And then see, it's got a healthy amount of, not so much, it has got some sparkle actually. If I blend it out a bit more, you might see the sparkle. It's got a lovely sheen to it, but what I did put on top of that to create a really sparkly eye, so this is more the fairy look, which is the one and done eyeshadow with a lot of sparkle and then a very frosted lip. But anyway, that's not really going to be the look I'm going for. I did the Bobbi Brown as well, so I managed to get all my old eyeshadows out. I mean, I'm amazed they're all coming back to the fore in 2025. It's a sequin eyeshadow. I don't remember if you remember them, in Silver Heather. It's in that lovely packaging. They do that gold packaging. And there we go. That is it. It's gorgeous as well. So I'll pop a bit over that because I have to show, because I don't want to put any more on my eyes, but that's what I did over. So as you can see, I put that smoky topaz it was, and then the heather pink, like a pink sparkle over the top. And that is what you're supposed, one of the trends for 2025. I don't know what you think of that. I sort of, like I said, I combined it with a soft grunge, because I find if I put too much dark eyeshadows, I just put a bit more here. If I do put too much dark eyeshadow on my eyes, I look like death warmed up. So I can't pull that one off. Also, what the trend that's emerging as well for the eyes is the duochrome eyeshadows coming back. Now, I never thought I'd get these back out again, but these are my, no, I bought these from NARS years ago, and actually they're still going strong. I thought they'd be dead and buried by now. I've got Pasiphae, I've got Desdemona, and I've got Cassiopeia, and these are in the dual intensity eyeshadows that NARS did. I will just show you what I mean about the duochrome. So I never wore this because when I popped it on my eye, it didn't look that as fantastic as what it does in the, and then there we go. If you can see, it's like a green stroke, like a mother of pearl shift in there. And it's, as you can see, it's still, I mean, I bought these years ago and they're still going strong. And then this one, Desdemona, was personally my favourite. It had like a bit of a blue sparkle shift in it, which I think is the only one that hasn't fared well because you can't see it anymore. The sparkles actually disappeared, but it had a lovely blue shift in it. That one I loved wearing. I wore that a lot. And then the Cassiopeia, really all this is to show you that duochrome eyeshadows are going to be becoming a thing in 2025. I'd love to hear what your thoughts, what your trends you've seen as well. So it'd be great if you popped in the comments below what your trends. And there we go, Mother of Pearl, and that seems to have fared well as well. So I'll pop that here. There, you can see that. Yeah, tends to go in my top that a bit, doesn't it? But yeah, that's a lovely one as well. It looks, you can see the shift in the pan. Duochrome highly sparkled eyeshadows are going to be a thing for 2025. Next up, I also want to talk about one of the other looks, which I'm going to pop in the link to the video below. Is a super natural look with a natural eye and brown mascara. Now I did a video on this where I done a look that Patty Dubroff, she created for Margot Robbie for the Chanel No. 5 campaign, and that is the natural no makeup look. Brown mascara featured in her video, so I have a brown mascara. Now I couldn't put it on today because it would not have gone with this eye look, but that is the brush there. This is a lovely mascara, by the way. I have wore it a few times. So what it does, it gives just those, it gives your lashes, you know, instead of giving you the sort of, what is it, the false eyelash effect, it gives more of a natural but still a lifted and separated mascara. It's not so intense. That one is lovely. That is definitely going to be a trend for 2025. I wish they'd bring the brown black mascara back, because that was a great mascara, because it was like you had the bit of intensity but not so much, but you still had the brown shade. But yeah, brown mascaras going to be in 2025. I'll link that video below. Please watch it and let me know what your thoughts are there. Today I've used the NARS Extreme Black Climax, it's called, mascara on my eyes to give that, to help with the sort of grunge effect. Like I say, I just don't want to wear black eyeliner. Think of black eyes, black but really smudged out and with a softer, more diffused finish, and that is the soft grunge look. And your thoughts on that, really? The other look that's making a comeback is the 90s thin eyebrows. Now, I'm not going to do the super thin where I pluck my eyebrows. The reason why I'm not doing that is due to my age. The thing is, you start plucking your eyebrows when you're sort of postmenopausal, or even actually if you overpluck when you're young, they never return, they disappear forever. I like my eyebrow, but what I've done today, I've just used, normally I will use a gel to thicken and then pencil in. All I've done today is just penciled them, so to keep them quite thin looking, to sort of bring, you know, with that 90s trend. Another part of that trend is, I don't know whether you've seen oh, what's her name, she's in Wicked, Ariana Grande, she's in Wicked, and she has these frosted, almost barely there eyebrows, and that is sort of the trend as well for 2025. It's going to be interesting to see if that one plays out, because these young girls now, they know that they're more clued up than what we were when we were young, and they will realise fully that if they overpluck their eyebrows, then when the thicker eyebrows come back, they're going to have to start getting them microbladed. It's much better to have the natural brow to begin with. That is the eye makeup trends for 2025. So it's either going the no makeup look or one and done duochrome or sparkly eyeshadow and then the soft grunge look, or the siren, the dark siren, where it's strong makeup with a cat eye black eyeliner and black eyeliner underneath. One of the other trends is what is known as cloud skin. Cloud skin is prepping your face so you're highly moisturized, and then using a really glowy, dewy primer as your base, which I've already got in my Forever Glow foundation. I love Forever Glow. However, I also have the Veil by Hourglass, the mineral powder base, so I'm going to try that one today for a change to see if it actually is a good one for this cloud makeup look. So as you can see, it's quite it's got that quite mother of pearl look to it, and it's very got a lot of silicone in this, so it's very smoothing. So the idea is that you're going to have this very soft natural glow on your skin, and then it's going to be very soft matte, so you're going to powder down only areas where you need to. Now, do we think this is a trend, or do we think this we already do? Because I think we already do this, to be honest. I don't know about you, but I certainly do. I never over powder. The idea is these powders are going to be like the new Givenchy ones, where they're not going to be ultra matte, because every company is going to be removing the talc from their powders, so the replacement is not as chalky looking as talc. It's got more of a slight glowy edge to it, and that is going to be the trend for 2025. So all those people that were going on about the Givenchy powder is what it used to be, well, that matte look is on its way out anyway, so it'll be interesting to see if that carries forward into 2025. I've got my base on. One of the makeups that Sabrina Carpenter uses is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I so happen to have it here. And this one is very illuminated. It's a lovely one for mature skin. I am going to use one of my new brushes, and it is the BK Beauty 101. I got these brushes in the sale, and Not Fit for Print Beauty, she's part of the affiliate program, so I clicked on her link and bought them. Bought this brush. I brought another one. I'm going to do a video on my brushes because I've bought quite a few. If I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking at my other mirror. So I find this diffuses out really well, this brush, and still gives you that soft natural finish. Obviously I do need to add concealer because I have very dark circles, but I tend to put my concealer on after I've done. So one tiny pump was enough for my whole face there. So the idea is we're moving away from heavy foundation on the skin and going for a more natural, almost glass-like look on the skin. So all the makeup products you'll put on top will also reflect that. That gives a nice subtle glow there. I think the Hourglass Veil is a little bit more mattifying, but maybe not so mattifying. Slightly more mattifying though than Forever Glow Star Filter. I actually might just put a little bit of this on top, because the idea is it's a cloud skin and not in any way to look matte to begin with. So let's just put some of that over, and on the high points I might put some on my nose there. Yeah, don't want to put too much on because the idea is you don't have a ton of, makeup on. I think that automatically looks so yeah. I don't think I'd go with the veil primer from Hourglass. I think I would stick personally with my Glow Star Filter. I think that's ideal for this look. So there we go, and I think that's quite nice, nicely evened out actually. Just got to obviously hide some blemishes there and my dark circles. So next up, Sabrina also uses the Luminous Silk concealer, which I also do as well. I picked this in a about 3 shades lighter than the actual foundation, and that is to give a bit of a glow under the eyes. Now, one of the trends that's emerging with the concealer is these serum like concealers that are barely there. Now, for me personally, and I don't know about for you, I have too much redness on around my nose. I have darkness here. I have a few blemishes that are permanent blemishes. Some dark spots. So I love the idea of a skincare concealer, and I think the Westman Atelier one's quite interesting to me. So when I get quite low on my concealers, I would probably, that one is a clean skin kind of product, so that one I will look into buying. But at the moment I still have a few going strong, so there is no need for me to purchase that yet. And the idea is to pick out what you already own yourself to recreate these trends. So I think for me personally, the Luminous Silk Concealer is fantastic because it is very glowy. It gives a natural effect under the eye, and it hides those dark, horrendous dark circles of mine. Now, I never truly get rid of them, but I don't want to cake my eye in a ton of makeup, you know. So I try and keep it as natural as possible. So yeah, the serum one, Victoria Beckham's done the serum concealer in the pen. It's very expensive, but apparently it's barely there. It's almost like the YSL Touche Éclat, where that's more of a brightener and less of a concealing action. Although I think they've done more of an intense one now, haven't they, YSL? I haven't tried that for years, to be honest. I remember I did like it. So that's my foundation on, my concealer done, my base done. Now let's move on to actually colouring up the face. I'm going to use my Le Beige medium tan bronzer, cream bronzer. I love cream bronzers. However, I've noticed Dior are bringing out a new powder one, and there's lots of water around it. So I'm assuming it's a moisturising powder, bronzer. I've got to try it. I'm so excited to try that. First of all, sorry, I forgot to powder. So back to the trend of the powders that are going to be more illuminating. I have the current Givenchy. I couldn't find my paler one, but I've got a slightly darker one. To be honest, doesn't make a great deal of difference anyway. Now the idea is you use a very small brush and you just apply only where necessary. There's the colours there. I tend to only, and I've got a bit on my brush, whether you saw that go up there. Slightly, just very light brush under the eye. I tend to do around my nose because I do have large open pores and I like to hide them wherever I can. And by the way, this new Givenchy powder, so that's it, that's all I'm going to apply. This new Givenchy powder, and I keep saying it, so if you watch my video, sorry for repeating myself, they're just great at wearing for a long time because there's no talc in them. The powder doesn't settle into the pores, where I noticed the original Givenchy powder, it did used to settle into my pores a lot. I've just done slightly under the eye and round the T-zone there. Like I say, the trend is for these new style powders. This is going to be the trend in 2025. Can't wait to see the backlash of that, if there is any. So moving on to the Le Beige, as I said, tan bronze, Soleil Tan medium bronze I've got in 392. I do really love a cream bronzer. I have a few of them. I do like the Chanel one. I'm using a Clinique buffing brush. It was one of my presents for Christmas because I wanted a nice brush for cream bronzer. So let's just have a go with that. I'm not going to put too much on. And this buffing brush is supposed to be great for cream products, including bronzer. And yeah, it's quite nice actually. It diffuses out really well. I don't want to go too heavy. because, as I say, it's quite, put quite a lot on there. It's quite a natural look we're going for. But I want to show you what the trend is with the blush for 2025 as well. So as you know, we've had influxes of blush products in 2024, which is quite, sorry, I always have to do the jawline and the old double chin. There's been quite an influx of blush in all types of varieties over 2024. A bit of overkill, really, I thought. I mean, how many blushes can you own? I guess a lot, really. I've got quite a lot. A lot of Chanel ones. By the way, Chanel are reformulating their blush powders, and they're supposed to be a lot better, which is great, because I wouldn't buy one of the ones they released a couple of years ago because people were complaining about them not having any pigment or staying power, and they've took note, reformulated them. I mean, thank God. I still have all the original ones, and this, you know what, they're still great. They're still going good. I've got loads of them. I don't need any. Right. I'm going to be losing weight. By the way, I should let you know. I know we all say it. New year, new me. However, I am doing it this year. I promise you. I'm going to lose some weight this year. I've had enough. I've had enough of looking at this face. I have to put a ton of product on to show my cheekbones, which annoys me. I like to put minimal makeup on, not tons. Watch the space. Or watch me disappear over 2025, let's hope. So yeah, that's a fantastic brush, by the way. I put the plastic cover back on. Yeah, I do recommend that, you know, it's lovely. It is used by makeup artists, that one. That's the Clinique buffing brush for creams. I think creams and powders, but great for, obviously, for cream products as well. So moving on to blush. Blush, again, there's two school of thoughts for 2025. I've got my Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks blush trio there I bought over Christmas. Lovely. These are gorgeous, by the way. The idea is a barely there blush for 2025. Now, the thing is, for me, as I've just mentioned, got quite chunky cheeks, the chipmunk cheeks at the moment. For me personally, I wouldn't enjoy this trend, but however, just to show you what one of the trends is, it's the palest cut, you know, the barely there is a very natural colour, so I'm going to just put very little, small amount there, and I'm just using my face touch-up brush from Chanel. I find this is a great brush for targeting small amounts of product. Bear in mind that a lot of that colour is my bronzer and not actually the blush, but I've just smoothed it out. So there we go. You would not really know that that was a blush that was on my cheeks. So I would just do the same on the other side. And I'm just keeping it on the top most part of the cheekbone. I have quite a high cheekbone here, so I have to be careful because my cheekbone literally stops right under my eye there. If you've got low cheekbones, to put this on high would look great on you. It looks just slightly too high for me. Going on to the second trend. The second trend is to combine two blush colours, and one of them blush colours is meant to be on the cheek, so they're moving it more down here to the apple here of your cheek. So when you smile, you're meant to be, you know, like quite flushed here. So what I'm going to do, and so there's a little bit more pigment in the second colour. First trend, barely there blush. And as I say, that will allude to the video I will pop down below, so please check it out and you'll see my completely natural look. And then I've got my second Westman Atelier, which is very bright. This one is Poppy, I think it is. So sorry, I didn't tell you the name of the, and I didn't swatch it either, so I'll swatch that one. There's that. And this one is Popette. And there we go. It's a nice pink, that, you know. And then this one I've just used is Mimi. So the first one I used was Mimi, and I will swatch that. And there was the one I put on my cheek there, and I will blend that out. There we go. So it's a lovely sort of beigey brown. That it's really nice, you know. I do actually like it. Do really like it. Next one, as I said, onto the apple. I look like Aunt Sally, don't I? Anyone in from the UK, I know who Aunt Sally is. Of a certain age, like my age. And then just gives you that nice little flush, do you see? It's actually great, that. When you're putting it on, you think, oh my God, it's so bright. But these Westman Atelier blend out. Probably put a bit much on that one side. They blend out really effortlessly. They're quite good, actually. So I'm gonna, and then the idea is take your foundation brush and then you just diffuse it right out. So it's almost like part of the skin, and this is the idea of the cloud look. And the thing is, with this cloud look, it does lend itself really well to maturing skin, because you get that lovely, not only diffused look, it's not highlighting any lines. I think these cream products don't highlight any lines as it is. It's just really a nice way of making your skin look more youthful. Great for young people as well, but even better for us oldies. So that is my blush product, and as I said, that touch-up brush by Chanel. I don't know the number. These things, when you wash them, I try and avoid washing them because it's wearing off, because the actual number on the back is wore off. So, but anyway, it's called the touch-up brush. Next up is one of my favourite highlighters called Symbols de Chanel La Camellia Oversized Illuminating Face Powder, and it's in Precious Coral, and that is it there. It's a great product. I was showing it a few weeks back and I thought I'm going to start wearing that again. And the idea is you just would do one side, you might be able to see just how much it illuminates. See, and it just blares out as well. You can see compared to that side. I don't know whether you can see around there. And then let's do this side. Got this big massive mirror so I can see what I'm doing. It just gives a really nice, gives a bit of colour as well, which is great. Make sure there's no hairs off the brush. And there we go. And that just again illuminates the skin without the need for you to look like you've got a ton of product on your face. That really lends itself to being part of this cloud look, I believe. Just gives a little bit of a warm up as well. So next up is, to help with this glass-like finish, I've got my Moonlight Kiss by Chanel, and it is in the Balm Essential. You can get the very clear one of this, which just does give you that glass-like look. And that is also part of this trend for 2025. It's not the sparkly highlighter, which you might have thought because there's sparkle on the eyes and lips. It's not. It's actually just a very natural glowy look, as you can see there. And that's what I love about this Chanel product, is it just gives the most diffused natural finish without the need to highlight any of your lines on your face. And as I say, if you have, you know, you probably have some of these products already in your collection, so there's no need to race out and buy a ton of new products to stay on trend in 2025, because you probably already own them in your collection. See that there? It's just a really nice glowy finish that, again, it just gives you a more youthful appearance. I just think adding, you know, because I have a lot of lines around here, a lot of them are laughter lines. I had them all my life. I don't get hung up on the lines around my eyes at all. They don't seem to bother me, but I don't want to highlight them with a ton of powder. So I find these illuminating balms are just fantastic. I mean, look how much I've gone through already. They're just fantastic. They're really worth the money. They really are. And they're not greasy, and they do set down, by the way. So it takes a few more minutes because they are emollient to set down. But once they're set, your hair's not sticking into your face, believe me, in case that was a worry, because I know people do worry about things like that. And, you know, it was concern of mine before I bought one. But yeah, so that is, so far, all my face and my eyes complete. A couple more trends to end on. And these are the lip trends. 2 massive lip trends coming in 2025. First off is a really dark lip pencil. All these trends all use a really dark, almost a dark berry lip liner. Now, I don't own a dark berry lip liner, but this one comes close to being quite dark. And it's applied really heavily with a thick line. Unfortunately for me, all the dark pencils I've got are either quite brown or red, because on the odd occasion I have more red lipstick. But I work with what I've got, so. The dark siren look has got a really, really dark lip liner that's almost verging on being black. It's so mahogany, you know, so deep, almost very deep dark berry. Think of dark cherry, and that's the sort of lip effect. So sorry, I've just realised I'm meant to be talking about what I thought about when I was going to get rid of my channel. So back in 2020, late 2023, I had 2 schools of thought. I thought I could either carry on with my YouTube channel or try and find a blog that was free. So I did try and find a blog that was free. But unfortunately, there wasn't a very good blog. It wasn't like WordPress. I would have had to pay for WordPress. And I just noticed the trend has moved a bit more towards YouTube. There are still a few bloggers out there, you know. But it takes a lot. I know it takes a lot of time to make and edit videos. But the thing is, you get the audience when you do that. With blogging, it's so hard to grow that audience. Now, in 2012 or 11, in fact, I started a blog with WordPress, and it was brilliant. And I invested a lot of time and money into it, a hell of a lot of time and money. And it grew and grew and grew. I got lots of very great followers. I had at one point over 100 people from over 115 countries looking at my blog. It was very successful. And then WordPress said I'd run out of space and I could buy space. Now, I should have bought space with them, and I wish I had, because they're a very legitimate site. They're brilliant. I didn't. I bought it with someone else, and oh boy, did I regret it. So anyway, they give me a year. Sorry, I didn't buy it with someone else. They gave me a year for free, but they didn't say what I would have to pay at the end of it. So anyway, I carried on doing my blog, as normal, done that for a year. And then they came back to me and said, we want, I think it was about £900 a year to carry on doing the blog with them. £900 is a lot. It's such a lot of money. I couldn't afford it at the time, nor am I a business. It's not, you know, this is not a business. It's a hobby of mine, which I share my likes and what I do with you guys, and I love doing that. But it isn't a business. I mean, it'd be nice to grow my channel to make money off AdSense. I'm not even lying there. Of course, I want to make money. That will go into buying more makeup. It's not something that's going to be highly profitable at all in the long term. However, it's something I enjoy doing. But what I'm saying is, I'm not paying £900 for anything like that. They said if I basically didn't pay up, they were going to suspend my blog, and then if it didn't pay up within a certain amount of time, which was a couple of months, they were going to delete the blog. But that was all my work for how many years I'd done it. I think I'd done it for nearly 10 years, just gone in an instant like that. So then I come onto YouTube, and it just wasn't growing quick enough for me. It really wasn't. I wasn't very good at it. I'm still not brilliant at it now, but I couldn't even sit like I'm doing with you now, talking to you. I couldn't sit in front of a camera like this a few years back. Oh my God, no, I was so nervous. What I did was I showcased the products, but not my face. My cat. Oh, for God's sake. What are you doing? Apologies. This is my other cat, and she's a royal pain in the, shall we say. She's a nightmare. But anyway, she's just sat on all of my, yeah, she's sitting on all my makeup. Thank you very much. Anyway, sorry, where was I? Yeah, I decided, so yeah, done this YouTube channel a few years back it was. I realised it didn't look, I didn't feel I was doing very well. I think I had about 50 followers. It wasn't growing in any way. I wasn't putting the effort in fairness. It was me as well, because I didn't really know what to do. So I came off YouTube for a good number, a few more years. And then I came back, done it again for a short while. And then I went again because I thought, well, it's just not growing. And then come back a year and a half ago and thought, right, you either make a good go with this or give it up altogether. From that point to this, I've been trying to make a good go of it. I've got quite a number of more followers now. No, it's not 1,000 yet, but I'm so grateful for the followers I have. I can't believe I'm nearly at 300. How did we get to even this? You know, it's brilliant. I'm really happy. I do want to grow it, obviously. I'd like to make money off AdSense. So like I say, you can keep buying makeup, because I don't know how long I can keep sustaining the amount of money I put into it. It's I'm coming up to 9 years before I retire. I've got to really focus on the money I need to have for my retirement, as anyone does. And then the other thing is, I was a chef for a long time, and I didn't have a retirement plan, so I don't have a big retirement fund. That being said, I love doing this. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Hope you like just watching me whittle on about beauty products. I hope so. I'm no makeup artist, as you can probably see, but I think I don't do too bad job with my makeup at all. I think I do really well. I know what suits me. In my 20s, I never wore eyeshadow because I just didn't know how to apply it. And even now, I'm not brilliant at applying it, but I'm not too bad. I'm showing a look here, but I don't know whether I would actually quite like that eyeshadow, that one and done eyeshadow. I probably wouldn't have my eye as dark as what I've got it now. But anyway, I'm whittling on. Yeah, back to it. Let's get back to the lip. I digressed there, but I did tell you I was going to talk about what my intentions were. So my intentions for 2025 is to grow this to at least 1,000 followers, to get myself on AdSense. That is a big push I'm going to have this year doing that. I'm going to buy a new camera, so I've got better quality videos. Lighting's terrible. I've got to change that as well. I bought a ring light thinking that was what YouTubers did. since looking into it, it's soft boxes really that YouTubers like to use. I think, to be honest, the cinematic look is definitely soft boxers. But I think they give a nice glow to the skin, and they had a lot more lines as well. Not that I have tons and thousands of lines, but I am quite lined. I'm just going to, and I'm changing my backdrop, so it's going to be cleaner and nicer backdrop. Yeah, you'll see these changes as I go along. And any comments you want to pop in, if you think that lighting's not brilliant, man. My name's Mandy, by the way, as well as Mirrorfig Beauty. Any lighting you think that doesn't quite look great, I'm talking about then, not now, because I know the lighting's not great now. Let me know in the comments. If my backdrop, tell me your thoughts on that. Any hints and tips you think she's not doing that quite right, brilliant. I take it on the chin, all 10 of them. And yeah, I won't be offended. Obviously, trollers out there, I just delete your comments, so you never get to be noticed. Any constructive criticism, fantastic. I always welcome that. Anyway, lips. This is as dark as I've got in a pencil. It's probably much darker. I think if you saw my community post, I had a picture of Sabrina Carpenter, and she's got that really dark lip and then a lighter interior. Interior lip looks great. So how to create that with a really deep berry colour? I've got number 81 Fiction, which is an old Chanel Rouge Coco Shine, if you ever remember them. And there's the colour there. Let's pop that on my lip. It's a real blue base berry, if you can see there. It's a really nice berry colour. Comes across a bit pinker on the camera, but it is very deep here. And then my new Dior Addict Lip Glow, and this one is in 074 Jelly, and it's a more pinkier colour, and I'm going to put that over, see how, if that brings it up. And that gives it a nice another nice tone to it. But yeah, that is it. It's a deep berry. I'll just swatch this. A deep sort of blue base berry there, and that is Fiction by Chanel. It's and the great thing is it doesn't really highlight that your teeth, it hides the fact that my teeth are really yellow. So that one is, that's that one. And then moving on, the second trend for lips is a frosted lip, but again with a deeper outline. Now I have one which came out last year by Chanel, and it is the Rouge Coco Balm, and it is 938 Keep Cool. So there is, if you recall that one. They're bringing out some new ones with the clear top and the much more shinier. So that it is it there. It can be used as a topper, but also as a frosted lip. It was part of that Le Beige winter collection that they brought out last year, if you remember that. I quite like that collection, to be honest. I need to do that again. And the idea is you got the dark liner, but you have that incredibly frosted lip. If you can see that. Which I quite like, actually. I don't mind that. With the lip liner, it looks quite effective. And then the other one is to go with the one and done sparkly eye, not only to use the frosted lip, but also to have a sparkly lip product. Lip oils are also going to feature this year and heavily. Dior were probably one of the first to bring a lip oil out. A lot of people think they're a waste of money, but the lipstick lesbians, I don't know whether you've heard of them, they said that it actually improves the quality of lips, so it's a very good lip oil. I've never tried it, but the sparkly lip maximizers I just love. So you can go over that frosted lip, and we all own at least one lip gloss that's slightly sparkly, or a lip maximizer, or a lip balm that has sparkle in it. So there we go. I really like that look. And then also, just to point out, I have, if you haven't got the Keep Cool, the Rouge Cocoa lipstick in 432 Cecile is a great alternative for a frosted lip, and it's got a bit more colour, this one. It's really nice, actually. It's a very nice nudie blue based colour, that one. Finally, just one more trend to talk about that will feature more heavily next year, and it's a new product that I never used to use. I never thought I needed it. The reason why I never used to use it was because it tends to take me back to the 1980s. So setting sprays in the 1980s didn't exist. What people used to do was get hairspray and literally spray it across the face. So in my mind's eye, all setting sprays result from hairspray. Not strictly true. I bought recently the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Party All Night Stay All Day setting spray, and I've got to say, this is lovely. It's a really nice product. These setting sprays are going to be much more natural, like this one is, next year, and they're going to feature heavily as part of the trend. Now I love it because it literally doesn't feel like you've got anything on your face, but it just keeps everything in place. So, and and what it does, it melts all that makeup as well into one and just gives you a lovely, just beautiful glowy finish. So there you have it, and it'll just give it, I feel like I'm one of them women, you know. You see girls doing it, have a little laugh. There we go. That is all the trends for 2025 coming up. As I've just said at the start of the video, I'm going to go back to this video at the end of 2025. God willing, I'm still on the planet. And I'm going to go through all the trends that were predicted by the magazines and everyone I've mentioned. And then we're going to see if, because I agree with some of these trends, by the way. Some of the other trends that have been mentioned I think are rubbish, and I've not added them to this video. But these are the ones I believe also are going to be trends for 2025. I'll go through them with you next year and see what I got right and what obviously the magazines got right, and also what they got wrong, and what trends did emerge. Even the ones that I thought were rubbish might be emerging. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press a like. That really does help me out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please subscribe. Really, I want to get there to the 1,000 this year. And share my video if you really enjoyed it. Any comments, please pop them below. I'd love to know what your trends are for 2025. Look at the video below, and that will show you the other trend of 2025. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.